All right, y'all. What's up? What's up? It's Friday.
Hello, hello, hello.
Hey, so we're gonna be getting into Love and Marriage Huntsville, Sisters, and Married to Medicine. And I'm smelling food because I forgot it was on the stove. So, the first thing we're gonna get into.
Love and Marriage Huntsville.
We're gonna get into Love and Marriage Huntsville, and then we're going to talk about Sisters, and then we're gonna end it with Married to Medicine.
Okay.
Okay. So Love and Marriage Huntsville. I thought this episode was telling, right? Tisha calling Martell a liar. Let's start there. Let's start there first. Because when did she realize this is my question? Was it before or after Melody was telling her?
It was when Martell turned on Vella. Now he was all truthful, a good guy according to Kimmy. In fact, she wanted her husband to talk to Martell. Now all of a sudden he's a liar.
Because I'm like, Mel been saying he's a liar for the longest. And now all of a sudden she said with conviction, he's a liar. He's a liar. Because she's talking about her relationship. And then, first of all, when they was in the jewelry store, and he said the wedding ring, like his meaning of what the wedding ring was to him. He said it's for possession, right?
Obedience.
Obedience. That's what he said. And then he said, I feel fully clothed without my ring.
Without his watch. Remember, he had an issue without his watch.
Right, but he feel fully clothed. I mean, right. You're right. Without his watch, but with his ring is what I meant to say.
Well, I mean, they've been having this discussion since season 1. He doesn't wear his ring. And then he tried to gaslight her by saying, you know, you're the strongest person I know. I walk behind you and I see your shoulders are broad and you carry the weight of the world. Whatever garbage he said to her.
Like, you want your wife to carry the weight of the world? You sound dumb.
Bottom line is, you know, why don't you want to wear your, because he'll ask her, you can't tell that I'm married. She said, no, you don't have a wedding ring on.
Right, he's like, people gonna look at me. No, if they don't know you, they don't watch the show, they're not gonna know that you're married. Like,
they're not gonna know. I mean, but this has been.
They do know you. You still need to wear that ring.
Right. I mean, you know, he always gaslights and dismiss her.
That's
like, for example.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say, in the past season they had went to Las Vegas on one of their anniversaries, so they invited the cast. And so for the last night, Tisha took them to a wedding chapel. Now he had already told her he wasn't renewing her vows. She go there, and he's everybody's like, what are we here for? And then other cast are like, oh, we are about to renew your vows or whatever. And in his confessional, he was like, I'm committed to not renew my vows. So they was like, well, why don't you just get up there and say something nice about her or whatever. He was like, well, anybody can say anything if they want to.
Oh my God.
Yeah. But he does that to her all the time.
Well, I saw it in this episode when she talked about how she felt like everything was on her. And like it was getting depressing. He said, well, it don't bother me, so I don't see why it's a problem. That's what I got from it. Like, oh my God, where is the sympathy? Where is the care?
He doesn't have any, he doesn't show any sympathy and care for her on or even the videos off the show. It's just she, you know, he may hear her out and then he'll just dismiss it. Because I remember I want to say the very first reunion when she was getting loud and he was telling her, and he's told her this before, if somebody call you a dog, you ain't got to bark. I mean, you know, it's just like, there's no support system.
Right. She's saying it's bothering her. That's the part.
Yeah. And she's always felt like a single mom. But you know, it is what it is. You know, like when she asked him, she wanted to go out and work. She said, "Well, why, babe? Why I get all these degrees?" He said, "Well, I thought you got it for fun."
I don't have
And
that
then
patience.
and then he wouldn't let her put the degrees up on the wall. I mean, it was just
Real control.
it's it's just cringy to watch. And all she ever said most of the time was like, "Okay, myself,
Right,
okay."
like, all right.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. The way he dismissed her at that jewelry store, ugh, that was
That's
messy.
cl- that's classic Marceau. That's what he does. When
Mm.
Martell came out about the 20 women, he dismissed her. If you don't know me by now, you will never, never, never know me.
Never.
Or he'd be like, I'm not answering that question. I don't know what to tell you.
And Mel ain't wrong for trying to get up in their business. She was
They've been getting up in her
good question.
business, huh?
She was at that table asking good questions to Tisha.
Well, Trisha, which one, Tisha?
With Tisha, or am I getting the two episodes mixed up?
No, she did sit down with Tisha and she talked about Maurice and his DUI, but then
That's
she also sat down and she dog walked Trisha.
yeah, yeah. That was coming next.
Mm-hmm.
Cause the typical driveway, but we'll get there. We're gonna get there. So I definitely want to talk about that because she killed me with that. Um, I want to finish off with
But
Mark.
my thing is this: they've gotten in Mills' business since day one. They've skated on this show by talking about Mel and Martell. Very little of them, because they made a pact that they wasn't going to talk about them. Melody decided to show her true colors. I mean, her reality. I mean, we don't know half of what she went through, but from what we've seen on the show,
Mm-hmm.
she when the girl started calling again, she said, "No, I'm shaking these tables. I ain't pretending nothing."
Right, and she shouldn't have to.
She shouldn't have to, and I'm glad she didn't.
And Marceau don't want to be friends with Martell because he see Martell got nothing to lose now. Martell finna tell it all. I feel like Martell do know something about Marceau. Because the way he never said that's not true and focused straight on the money, deflection. That's what they gave me.
Yeah, I mean, Martell, I believe he has a lot on everybody, but now they're trying to turn the tables because Tisha was on Carlos King Messy Monday, and she said that back in the day, back in college, Martell was known to like boys, but then she also said that the revenge P was a real thing, and
Mm-hmm.
that Martell showed it to the boys. I mean, she wasn't upset that her husband watched it. She wasn't upset that it was a real thing. I mean, she just skated over it. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
the plot was real. What a revenge take was real. He also did one of his child's mother,
Mm-hmm.
and that's what he's known to do. He's always showing tapes and stuff. I mean, and nobody thought it was just crazy for y'all to sit there and know this stuff and sit up here and try to reverse the roles on this lady because you're Martell's friend. You were still Martell's friend. Marceau was still Martell's friend. Tisha
Mm-hmm.
always been his number 2 fan. Kimmy has always been his number 1 fan. But it's like the hate and the jealousy and the envy they have for this lady just overruled any sense of decency.
Yeah.
And you can call it just a reality show, but that's real life. Now they stuff may be fake on there, these fake millionaires, but no, that's real.
Yeah.
They're in court about this, among other things, in my opinion, allegedly. I got to say that.
This is true. And so let's go ahead and get into the Mel and Trish conversation.
Mm.
Well, first, before we get into that, I wanted to say it was very ironic that Destiny believed Martell when he said that Melody was coaching the side chick. was coaching the side chick how to cheat. But when it came to Tish, she said, "No, I don't believe that."
Right.
It was like you believe it when it comes to Mel, but when it comes to Tish, you don't believe it. That was telling to me. And then he was like, just believe what I say. And she didn't say nothing. She didn't say, no, I'm not gonna believe it. She just stayed quiet. I thought that was very ironic.
Yeah, because
But
Martell, he always want people to just believe him, and that's it. If I say it, you believe it, and that's it.
mm-hmm. Yeah, that's what he said. Now Tish was like, it seems so awkward how all this came about, and she said you make it awkward, which is true because you're not really giving full details. Like you could tell you're omitting something. Something's missing.
Mm-hmm.
And then when she was trying to describe the house, she said it was light. And she said, okay, so what type of driveway was it? A regular driveway? That would have sent me off. That would have sent me off. Because what do you mean a regular driveway? But Mel had her dates. She had her dates and time. So she was trying to figure out with her. Because she was like, it was cold. Like, she's not giving nothing. Mel knows exactly when she left, when she came back, what house she went to. She know the years and months and everything. Tish ain't trying to get that much detail.
I think when she, go ahead.
And when it came to the trip, my thing is you should have still spoke to her because she invited you on a beautiful trip. And she was the host. And, you know, I felt like that's just a respectful thing to do is to just be like, okay. And she's talking about it was over exaggerated, so she didn't feel comfortable. But you was on the trip with her on her dime, so I just felt like she still should have spoke to her. Like, hey, let me talk to you for a second. Because she knew this was going to come up on the show. Because she asked her that, too. She said, so you know this was going to come up? She said, yeah, I knew that. So she should have been said something. But that's it.
Yeah, I mean, Stormy brought her on that show. She introduced Trish through us. And Trish has been lying since she's been on that show. Mm-hmm. Every scene, that girl is lying. She put her head down. You know. And so Mel said, she said Trish has not been honest with her. And she did quotation with her friends. So I'm going to see if I can pull some honesty out of her. Mm-hmm. And she couldn't. So either Trish never been to the house, or she's pretending like she been to the house and just don't want to let on. Either way, she made herself look bad.
I feel like she was scared of how it looked. That's how in the very beginning, that's how I felt. She was scared of how it would look, so she tried to cover it up. But I mean, that always kind of makes it worse. But I feel like that's, to me, in the beginning, that's where the angle came from. Now, as we moved on, I don't know. I don't know if she was there, if she wasn't there.
To me, it just seemed like the girl don't know how to do nothing but lie. And all she's doing is just making herself look. I mean, she made herself look so bad. Melly just started laughing, and she was like, "Girl," she was like, "You don't even want that food." She didn't want to change the conversation. You don't even want that food, do you?
Yeah, she was like, "It must be nasty." I'm happy I ain't getting nothing.
Right, because she like, what house was it? What a typical? She's like, no. She was like, she was like the house in the mountains. She said, she said, okay, the driveway. Maybe she probably thinking maybe you can, And she said, what was a typical driveway? And she said, no, the mountains don't have typical driveways.
Right.
Which house? And then she was like, was it cold? Was it hot?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, she was like, what? Cold.
She's like, yeah, it was chilly. It was, she was like interested because Huntsville may be like other places where it's not even chilly in August. Mm-hmm. So now she didn't get you backed into the corner where your land talking about is chilly. I mean, she just looked a whole mess. And first she tried to act like other people made her look bad, and Mel was like, that was on you, boo. You helped with it. Yeah,
I don't think we're ever gonna get the truth of bitch, because she's just gonna keep covering her lies.
And it's so sad. You came on this show just to be known as a liar.
That's her role.
And then when Martell and Marcel was arguing back and forth, well, after they argue, Kimmy gonna say, Martell, you always do this, and then you apologize. And Maurice gonna walk Kimmy to the car talking about, well, you know, they got that brother. That ain't no brother, nothing.
He okay with people disrespect? I mean, he disrespects his wife, so it's not shocking.
It's not shocking at all. Just like
that's what happens. If he ain't gonna protect her, he definitely gonna have other people, checked.
Just like when Chris went to go visit Marceau in that quote unquote yet another shell of a home that we never see any progress, never see any completion, in my opinion. Mm-hmm. But Chris went to go visit him, Marceau. And so Marceau was saying how he was like, you know how Martell always call your wife a side chick? And then Chris was like, yeah, but I don't put up with that. He said, but yeah, he still do it. And Chris was like, is he invited to black? So it's like they let Martell get off with so much mess. And they still friends with him.
Yeah.
This is crazy.
Yeah, that's wild. All right, y'all. Let's switch gears to Sistas. Season 8, episode 9. I'm not excited.
Oh my God. Angie teaching, I mean not Angie, Fatima teaching Andy how to fight. I mean, why?
Like, if girl, if you don't get your concealed to carry, that was just the dumbest thing in my life.
Why did we have to sit through that?
And that was what I said. It was, just to let you know, I time stamped it. It was 20 minutes, 0.05. They were still there. And at 26.4, Fatima, 20 minutes in, Penelope and Jordan was still in that car. That's what it was. And then 26.4 is when Fatima and them was still, so for almost 30 minutes, she was still up in that house.
It's ridiculous.
Because I'm like, I gotta write this down. Because this is crazy.
It is.
Oh, and I never thought of Penelope as a suspect. But, I mean, they just kind of springing this on us. That's why I don't like it. Like, it's not
consistent. It's
yeah.
It's just like, well, hey.
Where did that come from?
I don't know where it came from. Her blacking out and
like we should have been on that.
So now they're gonna say she like some people, I forget what they call it when they like sleepwalk, or they may get in their car and they sleep. Blackout. Yeah, but they have a name for it. I can't think of the name of it. But I don't know if they're trying to say that that's what she has. But I mean, I still think it's Gary's partner has something to do with it, because I think everybody else is obvious.
I still think it's Hayden, but with your theory, I can see that now only because he's still acting like he don't know nothing with him. And we don't know if he's all the way, there, or if he playing. So when he started doing that, I'm like, okay, now I can see that.
Mm-hmm.
With him moving like that. And then Hayden got checked. Hayden got checked. And he ended up being so nice to her now.
By Robin.
Please go get the information. Thank you.
Yeah, because it was, he needed to get checked, because how many times are we going to see that scene play over and over again?
I know. He coming into the office and it's just weird because it's like they acting like that office is not see-through. Why Fatima walking back and forth from the office like that?
I know.
Like, I know he probably looking at her like, is she okay? Because just the way she was just walking and just, I don't know. That part was weird to me. And let me see.
Of course, at the end, Gary shows up at Andy's penthouse.
Yeah, that's a little odd too. Cause how did you make it there? I mean, he
Right.
said he remembered Andy, but how did you make it there and just walk out the hospital? Ain't nobody say nothing. Nobody see nothing. I don't know
And he
that.
still got on his robe. Ain't like he put on clothes.
And I know she got a concierge,
Right.
so all of that is just weird. Um, Now Maurice checked, and I'm pretty sure this was Tyler Perry doing because he be hearing like our comments about the show. But Maurice was like, "Don't nobody be in there anyway." When she was talking about the juicing bar,
Right.
because they places do be real empty.
Yeah,
Um,
he don't know how to bring in extras to just like the bank. We had talked about the bank scene for so long. They finally had to get people to come in there.
Because there was nobody in that bank. It was quiet. Like it looked like a play scene. Like it didn't
Right.
look like an actual bank. So see, but he said he wanted to do everything by himself. That's why he need a little team. Because he probably just tell the team what to do instead of like getting feedback.
He definitely need a team of writers. He definitely needs somebody to come in with other ideas because I mean, even though it's a dread to watch, we still watch it. But oh
It's
god,
hard. Like once I found out the cut, I'm done. I ain't gonna hold you. He better hope he hold this off another season because that's it for me. That it's too slow. It's too slow. And I feel like I just ran its course with this show. It's starting to give what's that show? Lucius Lyon.
I know what you're talking about, but I never really got into that show. But I know what you're talking about.
That's how I'm starting to feel. Like it was good in the beginning, but like I'm falling off. I'm falling.
Sisters always was questionable, but you know, it's kind of like,
Yeah, but we was trying to give it a chance.
yeah, you can give it a chance.
We seen the idea. We was just trying to, focus. Now, everybody might not agree with me on this, but I'm gonna say it anyway. That man ain't lie to Danny.
That what?
That man ain't lie to Danny.
What did he say? Because I probably looked away.
He said, the only reason why you got the job because you slept with your boyfriend.
Oh, okay, he sure didn't lie to her. No,
And
he
that's what
didn't.
they was trying to make it a pro-black mom, trying to call him a Karen. He ain't lie though. Because he pulled some strings to get you in the program knowing that, and he called out everything. He said, you show up late.
Yeah.
You barely at your station, you cuss out customers. So he was like, you had to have, and that's very much true. So I mean, I like that one, but yeah, I agree.
No, I'm not mad at him for saying that because it's the truth. Now, if they was on a level playing field and he had something to say, you know, where she was coming in on time and, you know,
doing what she was
but
supposed
no,
to do.
Danny leave when she want to leave. She get one phone call, she out. How does that work?
And she don't get no type of disciplinary action. She show up to work when she wants.
Yeah, and she leave.
That's crazy work. Now, if your job is set up like that, but I don't think no airport.
I doubt if the airport is set up like that. I mean, normally it's too many people, but you never really see anybody at her station.
Right. And it's like, how are you just getting out the gates that fast, too?
Right.
Like, you go through security, you got to go through all of that. It looked like she just be walking out the door.
Yeah.
So,
and whatever happened on? Okay, remember one guy? He was supposed to be like a trafficker. Remember they stopped him from trafficking some young lady, but then that was it. Or did he get arrested? Or
I remember that. I think that was the guy that Danny ran over.
Okay.
No. Yeah, that's the one he ran over.
Okay.
Random.
Right, it was random.
And I do agree that Pam and Cameron needs to tell that man about his business that he invested in. Keep him up to date. Because you cannot be paying people money like that.
Right.
And she ain't even know. She should have definitely tested it. But it's good that she used natural products, but you still gotta test it.
Yeah, you still gotta test it.
And I wouldn't help Penelope for it. As soon as she came from my house, I would have told her you can get out. Because you're not going to be talking to me like that crazy and think I'm going to help you.
Yeah, but Andy will probably help him.
He's talking about some please. I would have been no. Get your sister. Like, no, that's crazy. Why is you letting her talk to me like that? And he
Keep
checked her a few
praying.
times, but it wasn't enough for me.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-mm. And then random again, Tamara coming to the hospital talking about some kid. He remember me in the hallway violating HIPAA laws. Like, this is too much. This is too much.
It
You
is, but I guess you
that in
got
the
to do
hallway.
something.
Like,
Right.
go ahead.
I don't think he be thinking about none of that. It's just
See that he has
seeing.
to. He has to. He has to, because that's crazy work. Y'all in the lobby by the corner again, telling information that's supposed to be in a secluded room. Mm-mm.
They just be seen, and then they just do it. It's there's no thought behind it.
I
No.
want you to go up in there. I want you to ask if he can, like, he can tell her.
Right.
And then, like, walk out. Like, no, that's not Tyler Perry.
Mm-hmm.
I need you to get it together. Expeditiously. Now, let's go ahead and get to Married to Medicine. Yeah, no notes for this, but we gonna work it out. What's first thing? What's the very first thing that happened?
I think it was Phaedra, Sweet Tea, and Contessa. They had a little meeting because, of course, they got a girls trip coming up, or they got a trip coming up, and I think it's going to be like cowboy theme.
Okay, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And they was on their way to the trip because I remember, Toya and Kwai was actually sitting next to each other. They was in the same group. Interesting. But Sweet Tea is all on the blog saying how Kwai really ain't got no money. Like, now we know Kwai didn't make her money. We know that's her home. Dr. Heavenly, she didn't told us the tea already on Kwai that she done made some good investments, etc., etc. And I find it very ironic. Now I'm starting to remember. I find it ironic that she was like, what she say? Kwai finally got a man, and I'm pretty sure he got money because that's all she's interested in. And I felt that ironic because when they asked you, what are you most excited about being married, you said getting access to the money.
Sure did.
Clock that, T.
And she knew he was a doctor before when she dropped in them DMs.
And Kwai was a pharmacy tech. She wasn't just in a home.
Mm-hmm.
She wasn't just in a home, just laying down. Like, she was actually moving. So I thought that was very interesting. What else happened? Anything happened with Dr. Heavenly or Simone? I don't know. I'm not feeling Heavenly or Simone. I mean, Jackie or Simone.
Well, they went back to the apartment. The apartment was messed up. They cleaned it up.
There we go. Let's talk about it. She's gonna grow. She's training like her boys to have to look for women who gonna do stuff for them, and they're gonna exhaust the mess out of them.
Yeah.
Because as an adult, forget the men and women roles. As an adult, you should at least know how to clean.
Yeah.
And cook. Like, I don't understand that. Like, I get the roles or whatnot, but as an individual, you should still be able to handle that and to do that. And she went and cleaned up his college apartment.
Yeah, both of them. They on their hazmat suit.
I wouldn't even want that close up. I said we to be doing all that first of all, but it's like we was partying. Well, I mean, the first day you came, you seen the cups.
Mm-hmm.
So, but you wasn't in there cleaning up or nothing like that. But I don't know. Like, I just feel like that's your time to just, I don't know, figure things out a little bit by yourself.
Yeah, it is. I mean, but yeah, they should be able to clean that place. That was just ridiculous. It's like they had people coming in just randomly throw stuff in order to have a story, for that, because that's just ridiculous.
Because they didn't really clean much if you looked at it.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't much that they was cleaning.
Nope. It's like they just get up, leave out, come back in. Get up, leave out, and come back in.
Facts.
No.
Um, I'm trying to see with Simone. I think that was it. Phaedra. There we go. Phaedra. Phaedra was like, Toya is so messy for getting in your business. But Toya is hilarious for that. Talking about some she stopped him at the store or something to ask some questions. But I mean, somebody got to do the dirty work. And I mean, Toya, this is her job. She's admitted this on social media that producers go to her for the mess because she asks the questions that don't nobody else want to ask. Like the question of Phaedra of why aren't you giving us anything? Like they're giving their whole life, they spreading out their dirty laundry, and you on the show for some oohs and ahs and some pictures.
Yeah.
And for some more coins. Like that's what it's given. So it's a valid question, but I'm pretty sure the producers told Toya this is the time to ask that question. And I low-key wish Toya would have never told us that the producers be telling them to do that, but I'm pretty sure they did.
Yeah.
And Dr. Heavenly said that Phaedra in the background to producers told them, don't ask me no personal questions. Don't ask me nothing that's too serious. Like, no, you on reality TV, you finna get the check, then you gotta put some work in.
Okay.
Like, give us something. Like, even if you make it up, just give us something. Because we don't have nothing. But it's crazy how the son who she was dropping off on Real Housewives of Atlanta, he was at preschool.
I know they have gotten so big. It's just crazy. And even her daughter, Heavenly daughter.
Yeah, she grown
Gotten
now.
so big. Yeah, but I don't know why she was just lingering there. I mean, is she gonna try to be like a regular on the show, or because she was just?
And Dr. Heavenly know how TV works, so I don't know why she had her just standing there like that. Like she
Right.
could
I mean,
organizing something, planning something. I don't know.
or because she just could have left on out.
True.
Okay, I'll talk to you later.
Right, but
And
no, he
leave.
was there for camera time and picture time.
That's what I'm
He
saying.
was one of Phaedra to me. She gave as much Phaedra gave on this season, if we're being honest.
You ain't lying about that.
Toya, I'm happy Toya's finally making peace with Quad. I feel like the backlash, because the comments was eating her up. Eating her up. We all were saying the same thing. Like, she couldn't wait to talk about Quad. Sweet Tea and Toya have switched spots. Because now Sweet Tea can't get Quad name out her mouth. Like, she can't just tell her story, what she's going through. And speaking of Sweet Tea, see, my memories keep coming back. He gave her 2 years. And I only feel like, this is just my opinion, I only feel like he brought up the adoption just to make her happy. Because he's seeing how messed up they kind of sound in her facial expression. I think she started crying too.
Yeah, she did. She asked him, she said, how long do you think we can do this? And he said 2 years because he's older. And I guess he doesn't see himself slowing down on work. So he may feel like he may not be that involved, but 2 weeks, that is a short span of time. Like she said, it'll be here before you know it.
And
He
that's
probably shouldn't even put a time on it. He probably should say, well, we'll just see how it goes.
Somebody body that's dealing with fibroid, endometriosis, something.
Endometriosis.
There we go. How do you can't put a time on it? So that's tough. And that's why I feel like he brought that adoption up. And probably in her mind, she's like, oh my God, my life is about to be over in 2 years.
Right.
Because, I mean, he wants a baby. He made that clear.
Yeah, he definitely wants a child. But I guess he may feel we can't have it regular. We can just do adoption. But, I mean, everybody wants to, most people not, want to have their own child.
Yeah. But my thing is, I don't think he want adoption. I think he just said that because she started crying.
Oh, okay.
Like, that's why I feel like he brought that up.
Mm-hmm.
And allegedly, Quad is pregnant.
Allegedly, I heard that. Oh my God, that would be a slap in the face. If it's true.
But that lets you know that she knew that she didn't want to bring a baby into that. Because every time he brought up a baby, she would be pissed. Like, why do we got to keep talking about the baby? Like, every time he brought it up, because she knew she did not want to bring a baby, but when she's with somebody who she feels secure and happy with.
Yeah, they always got into an argument. Yeah, it was like she never wanted to have children when she was with him.
Yes.
It
And
was
she,
always, she was working, and it was always something else she had to do.
mm-hmm.
But like you said, she's in a loving relationship. She feels secure. So now,
She ready to have it, because I ain't never heard her have this much baby talk.
I know.
Since I've seen Married to Medicine, that girl has never talked about having a baby, which is good because she feels safe to have one.
Uh-huh.
So that's good, but ooh, that's gonna be wild work.
It
And
is.
then people trying to, go ahead.
Now I was gonna say that's gonna be a hard pill to swallow.
Yes.
But I mean, she has the right to move on with her life, and just like everybody else too. So
absolutely, and that's what Contessa said too. She said, "Well, I mean, he's moved on. It's time for her to move on and find somebody." So,
yep.
and Doctor, what was I gonna say about her? Oh,
Simone.
everybody's on Dr. Heavenly because of the comment she made about Sweet Tea. But I mean, everybody can't forget about how it started, though.
Mm-hmm.
We cannot forget how it started. She brought that up. She brought her mom up. And that's how she said her mom has a better chance.
I mean, Heavenly is the queen of Yo Mama.
Mm-hmm.
She has all that was always her comeback. Yo Mama. And she'd be like,
Yeah,
I'm gonna stop saying that. Next thing you know, Yo Mama.
she did. She said it a lot.
She is the queen of Yo Mama.
Mm-hmm. But I don't think their moms is unalive, though. That's the difference.
But I mean, you know what? If you
Mom,
can't take it, don't dish it.
I think
You
it's different,
know.
though. I think it's different. Like, if somebody was to talk about Brooke's daughter when she was alive versus now, it's completely different. I think Dev takes it another level.
But my thing is, Heavenly has always been the initiator in it. Is what I'm saying. Is it
Not in this.
the initiator in the Your Mama
No, I'm
arena?
talking about Sweet Tea and Dr. Heavenly beef.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just talking about they beef in general. Sweet
Yeah.
Tea started that. She went low and Dr. Heavenly went lower.
No, I understand what you're saying, but at the same time, I'm also saying is Dr. Heavenly has always been the first person, and really
Mm-hmm.
the only person outside of Sweet Tea to say Your Mama.
Mm-hmm. No, I get that. I get that. Well, yeah. I just think it's the difference when it comes to death. I can joke and play games, but when somebody passed and you know their past and you still gonna talk about them, that's dirty work. That's just me. But I don't know. I think that wraps it up. Anything else you gotta say?
I think that's about it.
Okay, okay. Somebody comment on Love Mirror Transview. Okay, sorry. All right, y'all. Make sure y'all follow this channel. I come here. We came here today, Friday, but I typically do it Thursday, 6 p.m. Central Time, where we talk about all the reality TV shows. And I also post about them throughout the week. I also post gossip. So just let us know if you're here after this. Type in replay gang. I appreciate y'all for watching, taking the time to listen to us. Anything you want to say?
Yeah, feel free to always drop down in the comment. We welcome all opinions. Everything is allegedly, we're just chopping it up. If you feel we missed something, if you feel we're way off the mark, if you agree with us, or you just have something you want to add, it's all free. If you would please like the video, it's all free. If you share it, it's all free. We definitely appreciate you all watching. For the ones that come back, we appreciate you all. And again, feel free to comment, like, share, subscribe. It's just a free way to support the channel. And you all enjoy the rest of your weekend.
Absolutely, y'all. Have Right. And always do something for yourself, even if it's something small. Okay. Bye, y'all.
Bye-bye.